when you look at those two contradictions between, say, use value and exchange value, and between value and its representation in the money form, and you put them together, you see something very interesting about what happened to us in the most recent crisis. All right, what do we do about these contradictions? Now, Marx made very clear that an anti-capitalist struggle had to be one which was against exchange value. That is, we would want to eradicate exchange value as dominating use value. Now, it may be impossible, particularly in the transitional time, to abolish exchange value entirely, but what the political project has to be is to make use value dominate rather than exchange value. That is, education, healthcare, housing. We construct a society which is delivering use values to people, not a society which is worrying or excessively about how much money can be made and how much exchange value can be made. So that's the first instance. The second instance is that actually one of the big conundrums that comes out of the measure of social value and the money form is that the money form allows social value to be appropriated by private persons, that has to be stopped. And the only way you can stop that is to abolish, if you like, the current kinds of monetary forms that exist. And under these circumstances, this means you have to invent an entirely different kind of mechanism for exchange. Now, we will never be able, of course, to do without some mechanism of exchange. I mean, it might be nice that we didn't need it, but I think we always will need some mechanism. We need a money form which is against accumulation, and so that there's no possibility of private accumulation of monetary wealth. I think that this way of looking at contradictions is to me a very, I think, inspiring way of starting to think not only about what is going wrong in our contemporary society, but what kind of political project we have to construct an alternative society which is not capitalist, but which actually does give us social value and come up with a better representation of social value at the same time as it concentrates on delivering use values to people. Because in the end, use values are the things we need to live on. We don't live off exchange value. You can't eat money. All you can do is kind of hold it and wield it as a form of social power. So you need the use value. So let's have that as a foundational kind of anti-capitalist political project.